Hey, Cody Lacrosse. Coach Scott asked me to send a video to teach you guys the double backer zone, so we're going to work on that today. A double backer zone means that you have two dedicated sliders in the middle of the field at all times. All right? So, what we do here in this zone is we don't care about outside shots, right? We're going to let them shoot from, the box line into 15 as much as we want, right? They can have that shot all day. You guys are going to trust that your goalie can make that save. Right? So this is how it's going to be set up. The field's going to be broken into quadrants, right? Here's your 4 quadrants. Up top, you have your 2 midfielders. In the middle, you have an LSM and a deep hole. And then on the backside quadrants, you have 2 deep holes, right? Now, what happens here is, let's put the offense into a circle set, right? So we'll have, a guy up here, over here, down here, behind the net, in here. All right? In this situation, you want to have your LSM string out, right, when the ball's up top, and you want to have your backside defender string to the backside when the guy at X has the ball. Right? Now, at all times, these 2 guys in the middle are responsible for anybody in the middle. They're responsible for picking up cuts, and they're responsible for being the slide. Now, when they string, you're left with a single backer zone, right? Which means 1 guy in the middle. So he picks up double responsibilities, which means the backside guys need to pinch in, prevent cuts. Now, if this guy right up here, let's say he has the ball, and he beats this man inside, the LSM has the top 2 quadrants. He's going to be the guy that slides and prevents that dodge, right? Now, same thing on the backside, right? If a dodge comes from the backside, this D-man right here, he's the one that slides, picks that up. Okay? This D-man will recycle back. He becomes the new hot slide. This D-man picks up this new quadrant. Okay? Now, you let them pass the ball around. Right? The great part about a zone is that it's less running, right? But it requires more communication. If you're not communicating, you will get torched and they will score. Right? If you are communicating, you're going to run less, and this defense is almost perfect, right? But you have to be talking with each other. If the ball is being passed around, everyone just stays in their quadrants. The only time you really switch, right, is if the ball is carried through a quadrant. So if this midfielder is guarding this guy and he carries the ball down, these 2 guys are going to swap. You don't want to switch off in the middle of a quadrant, right, unless the ball is being passed. Now the danger zones for this spot, right, are going to be up top, the sides, and then down below, right, those circles are going to be the danger zones. In that situation, the sliders, if they get too close, need to slide out and pick those guys up to at least get hands on a shot, right? These are danger zones right around here, right? But especially from these spots, those are low angle shots from outside. Those are low angle shots from 10 to 12, right? That's a scoreable shot, but it's also low angle, right? Which would make it easy for the goalie to save. And especially if you get hands on that shooter, you shouldn't have any issues preventing that shot, or at least disrupting the shot to the point that it's going to miss the cage. Okay? So that's the easy part about this. The hard part becomes when you get guys in the middle, or if they start to drag and dump, right? Let's say that they start dragging guys across and dumping backside, going into like a little wheel formation. If that's the case, everybody needs to learn how to rotate, right? You need to rotate around the 4 quadrants, not the guys in the middle, but the 4 quadrants need to rotate. All right? The other aspect is, let's say that they pop out of this and go into like a 23 situation, a 2-3-1. In that situation, this LSM and this D-man need to participate with each other and communicate with each other on who's guarding him, right? So if the ball goes to X, the D-man's back there with the ball, the LSM has the slider, all right? Or I'm sorry, the LSM has the crease man, right? Same thing. If the D-man's the slider on the backside, the LSM has the crease, and then it flops. Ball's up top, the D-man has the slider, and the LSM has, the D-man has the crease attacker, and then the LSM is the main priority slider, all right? Again, the key is communication and discipline, right? We don't chase guys out of the box here except on ground balls, right? Otherwise, you're packing the zone and you're letting them take shots from 12 and beyond. Anything under 12, you need to start worrying, right? That's where we got to get hands on. The other thing, and a couple of the college teams tried this against the University of Wyoming team when we did this, in which they switched to a 1-4, right? A lot of coaches think that pile in the middle against this offense or against this defense is going to work. Here's why it doesn't. We have packed this zone so tight that you are adding 2 extra bodies and 2 extra sticks in there. If a ball gets fed to the middle, this zone is very easy to collapse in on, right? Sticks come to the middle, sticks come down on the passes. Those middle passes aren't going to work. So in a 1-4, right, we can now essentially have one of these sliders guarding both of these guys pretty easily. The back sides need a pinch in at times, right? But for the most part, there's too many bodies and there's too many sticks. Right? So if they drop into a 1-4, don't worry, because it's most likely not going to work, right? This is exactly how other coaches this weekend tried to beat it, and it didn't work. The only way they could score was from outside, right? The most dangerous offense against this is going to be a 2-3 or a 3-2, right? That's where we start to have concerns, especially on a 3-2, because they can pinch down low here on us and kind of make it a struggle and leak X from the backside out to one of the danger spots, but we don't have to worry about that right now, right? So if, again, 10 to 12, that's what you're protecting. You protect the heart of that defense and let them rip from outside, that's fine. As long as we get hands on sticks, or sticks on hands, and as long as we are communicating, this defense is perfect in 6-on-6 situations. Let me know if you have any questions.